What is going on, guys? Come on. These comments. Oh, they're really funny. So Michael has tried to beat the system again and commented early on. Amy commented at nearly 4 o'clock this afternoon. I also received a message from Amy saying, at what time can I comment, which would then stand a chance of me winning? It's not about winning or losing. It's about taking part, guys. I have no idea who came first today because you're all trying to cheat the system. I'm going to say my comments aren't showing, Matt. Well, hey, Matt. No, I just listened to Jordan Well. Honestly. I'm going to say Casper won. I'm going to probably get into trouble for that. It's about the winning. Well, you just won, mate. Well done. How is everyone? Has everyone enjoyed the bank holiday? The beautiful weather? I hope Amy's not falling out with me because that'd be like, you know, sad. It's all about having fun. Michael, are you still my friend? What's going on? Go on then. Less of the winning and losing. Let's hear how everyone's doing. Has everyone had a good bank holiday? What's everyone been up to? I've had a really good day. We need to clear it up. It is cheating if you arrive and then don't stay on. That I feel that's, you know, because otherwise technically Amy won because she commented first at 3 o'clock. At 4 o'clock. I think it's first comment. I don't know how to do this to make this fair. Does it really matter? Obviously it does. Anyways, I've had a pretty productive day. Just enjoyed the sun in the garden and refelted my shed roof. Living the dream. First comment in the countdown counts as the winner. But the problem is sometimes it glitches and then they all just come in at once and I'm not sure who it was because technically if that was the case then I saw Emmy's first. Joint first place is everyone. Hi Maggie, how are you doing? Pick two winners. Fine. Me and Amy. Well said, Jackson, mate. You knows it. That's the attitude we want. Sounds fair. Right. I'm really looking forward to it tonight. I've got Dave Prater in the house. It's going to be a good one. He's been to the studio a couple of times, not obviously during lockdown, but in general. And he's always a really good guy to work with. So I'm just looking forward to catching up and just seeing how he's getting on and that, because he's been busy and stuff, you know. Ooh. partying in our street, getting you more subs. I've just seen a new subscriber actually. Yeah, nice one. Right, here we go. We live in a world where we live and we learn, but we struggle to cope. Wonder what went wrong, and we'll spend all our time being something we're not. We know no better, it's how we're brought up. And we're hopelessly waiting, we're waiting for hope. We're stuck in slow motion with nowhere to go. We'll board up our homes and we'll lock ourselves in. We'll beg for forgiveness when we'll listen. Oh yeah, I'm hopelessly waiting. We have it all, but we were born living a lie. Oh yeah, I'm hopelessly waiting. We have it all, but we were born. I'm living a lie. We try to keep holding the things that we had, but it's time to let go. Don't live in the past. Forgive and forget. Don't forget to forgive. That's how life is. We're hopelessly waiting, whilst waiting for hope. We're stuck in slow motion with nowhere to go. We'll board up our homes and we'll lock ourselves in. We'll beg for forgiveness when we'll listen. Yeah, I'm hopelessly waiting. We have it all, but we were more. I'm living a lie. Hopelessly waiting, we have it all, but we will know. I'm living a lie. Oh yeah, I'm hopelessly waiting. We have it all, but we were more. I'm living a lie. Thanks a lot, Wembley. Great tone to your voice. Thank you. Although I'm still the top comment. Actually, if I used to screenshot the top comment right now, it would be my wife, technically. In fact, I might just do that just so there's proof. And if you head over to my Instagram, I'll pop it on there. So neither of you won. Thank you very much, Michael. Cheers. Right. Well, I'm just going to jump right into introducing you to tonight's guest. Are you ready, Dave? He's ready. I've had the thumbs up. Here we go. Hey. Oh, I've made you full screen. Sorry, dude.
That's all right. I can be
that
full
was
screen.
Scary. What?
Good evening.
How you doing, man? Good to see you.
I'm good. I'm good, Matt. How are you?
Doing really well, thanks, man.
Good.
Really
Always a
enjoyed
pleasure.
the weather today.
Yeah, me too.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I've been out a little bit today. Not as much as I might have liked for various reasons, but I can see the sun coming through my window, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's it. Getting some vitamin D. Yeah, man. I've just chilled most of the day. I've loved it. It's been really good. It's normally a bit million mile an hour around here, so it's nice just to have a bit of a chiller.
Didn't you say you've been building something though?
Well,
So you said you've been building.
A bit leisurely in the background. I've only been refelting my shed. It's not, honestly, if I did it any slower, I wouldn't have done it. It was that slow. It's taken me all day to put 3 bits of like tar felt on it, you know. So it honestly, you can barely call it hard labour or anything.
It'd take me about 3 years to do that. So
It's still not finished, actually. I just tacked it on enough just so it doesn't blow away tonight.
is that Heineken Zero?
It is, mate. I haven't drank all year.
All right, okay.
Yeah,
Good on you.
I decided to have a few months off, and I've just really enjoyed not doing it. So yeah, it is a Heineken Zero.
Yeah, I don't drink that much now these days for one reason or another. So
I
can relate.
I really enjoy the taste of beer. I just don't enjoy what it does to me the next day. So that's why I've chose to knock it on the head a little bit. But yeah. Anyway, cool. So how's everything going in general? Like, obviously, you know, we're quite well into this whole lockdown thing now, and we're all becoming pros at it, really. So how are you coping with it?
Yeah, I think probably like a lot of people, up and down, really, and depends on which day you ask me which kind of answer you get. But yeah, it's strange to deal with, isn't it? You know, the kind of the isolation element to it, and what's the long-term future kind of scary bit of it. But yeah, overall, like I say, can't complain. I'm you know, it sounds cheesy, but I'm lucky compared to a lot of people. I've got a day job that I can easily do from home, all that kind of stuff. Got lots of great friends and family who are in touch on the messenger and all that. So, you know, try and look on the bright side.
I think that's it. And you know, each circumstance, everyone's in a as much as we're all in a very similar scenario, some people have it a bit easier, some people have it a bit harder. You can only sort of relate to your own experience, kind of thing, and you know, put that into any sort of real context for yourself, kind of thing. So
yeah,
you've just got to, day by day, that's kind of how I try to live it. And just, you know, obviously there's highs and lows and stuff in between, but you've just got to just roll with it, sort of thing.
That's it, yeah. And I think with the music as well, it's been really good because I've been, you know, streaming gigs. I've actually probably been busier gigs wise than I was before, because my normal routine with gigs would be doing, you know, working my sort of full-time job during the week and then gigging on a weekend, sometimes once midweek, once on a weekend. And this week I've probably done 4 or 5 gigs of varying lengths and sorts, you know, not all full 2-hour jobs, but so actually weirdly like busier, different kind of gigs and different contexts, but so that's been good.
That's awesome. What kind? So is this on top of doing streams on your own, like off your own steam, or are you doing stuff like this, you know, where you sort of interact with somebody else?
Well, this is the first one. Now, I've done a couple where I've interacted with people, so it's a mixture of kind of open mic groups, of which I'm in 2 or 3.
Oh yeah.
And they're varying types. Some are actually kind of, you actually perform within a group, and another couple are where you submit in advance and then it's broadcast in an open mic style. But I've been asked to drop into, you know, Zoom parties and sort of work dues and birthday parties. So when I say gigs, some of them it's a case of just joining in, saying hi, and like doing a couple of songs and then going again. But yeah, and then streaming from my own page as well. So yeah, a bit of all sorts, really.
That's really good though, man. It's good that you're keeping active and just you know, because I think going, because I know as much as you say that you weren't you know, so full on, because obviously, you know, work lifestyle and stuff like that. For someone that works full time, you still had a relatively big, you know, busy schedule, sort of thing. So
that's true.
In that context, so like, it's nice that you're able to sort of sustain that, you know, in whatever way that you see fit, really, whether it be just a song here or there on someone's Zoom, or as you say, like open mics and that kind of stuff. I think everyone's really adapted to the music thing really quite well. I think we're going to have to come to terms with this setup for a little while longer. I think it's probably going to be the longest that we're going to be doing this, purely because I don't think the entertainments, the arts and all that sort of stuff, it's always lots of people in one place, sort of thing. So I mean, I don't know.
It does make you worried, doesn't it, about how it's going to work and if and when it's going to come back. And I mean, yeah, for all that it's good, the new way of doing things and the Zoom parties and stuff. The downside is, as you say, I was getting busier with weddings, for example. So I had probably the most weddings I've ever had in a year coming up this year, and they're all in the process of being sadly, you know, cancelled or postponed. You can't see them being done via Zoom. Somebody probably will do a Zoom wedding at some point if they haven't already. But yeah.
I guess, but it is one of them. Like every cloud, we've just got to just move with the times and just you know, try and make the best of it, sort of thing. But yeah, nonetheless, it's still good that you're playing away, man, and doing your thing. It's really good. So have you done much writing and stuff whilst you've been in isolation, or are you just working on new covers, or
a bit of both? But yeah, I have been working on my own stuff as well. I've been doing a lot of writing and recording. So I've had to set up at home with Logic on for ages, but never really properly learned how to use it. And so I've been using the time to get used to that. Yeah, I've probably written a handful of songs, tried to sort of finish off some older songs that were sat around half finished. And I guess with that, some of it's, I hope to put them out and release them, and perhaps we'll chat a bit more about that later. But there's also an element that I enjoy it, and it gives me something to focus on. And when you're looking for activities you have to do within your own four walls. Writing and recording music's a pretty positive way to use that
100%,
that time.
Yeah, that's really good. I think it's been, I've pushed, or I'd like to think that I advocate and encourage you to put out more, and it's nice to know that you're putting your talent to, it's not sort of just sat. Obviously, if you're doing it for yourself, great, but I think you're great, and you need to get your stuff out there as well, sort of thing.
Thank you.
And today, obviously, I spoke to you, and I was like, I'm just so glad that you've started putting stuff out. That you've been sat on for a while, and we were talking about that the new track that it was a remastered, wasn't it, of a track. You wanted to sort of like iron it out and get that out up on Spotify and stuff. So it's great to hear that you've done that.
Yeah, that's a good example. So it's a track called Realign These Stars, and I first put it out, wrote it a couple of years ago, probably first released it in some form about a year ago, and then got a little bit obsessed with it, and it's probably on its sort of third or fourth remix and its second remaster, but in the process it's just been kind of sat around, and not as many people have heard it would have if I'd perhaps just got on with it
just
a bit.
Yeah,
but it's out now. It's on Spotify if anyone wants to have a listen.
Great, definitely. Because I wasn't even aware that it'd gone out until today, so I'm going to definitely be streaming that later on tonight.
Thank you.
So that's good to hear that you've took the leap and pressed the button, or and pressed that share button kind of thing. So well done. Yeah. I think if you're about ready, I think we should jump into a song, and then if anyone's got any questions in the comments or anything that they'd like to ask, then please get them in. But I think I'm up for a song if you are.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Sweet. I'll hand you over, mate. Don't forget your reverb.
Oh yeah, thank you.
No worries, mate.
Okay, thank you very much, Matt.
Take it away.
Okay, so here's a song by Pulp. So I'm going to play a mixture of covers and originals tonight. I'm going to start you off with a cover. Sun's shining, so I was trying to think of kind of happy, jolly songs that I could play that you might know. So hope you enjoy this. We were born within an hour of each other. Our mother said we could be sister and brother. Your name is Deborah, Deborah. It never suited you. And they said that when we grew up, we'd get married, never split up. Oh, it never did do. Although I often thought of it. Now, Deborah, do you recall? Your house was very small, with wood chip on the wall. When I came round to call, you didn't notice me at all. And I said, let's all meet up in the year 2000. Won't it be strange when we're all fully grown? Be there 2 o'clock by the fountain down the road. I never knew that you'd get married. I would be living round here on my own. On that damp and lonely Thursday years ago. You were the first girl at school to get breasts, and Martin said that you were the best. And all the boys loved you, but I was a mess. I used to watch him try and get you undressed. We were friends, that was as far as it went. I used to walk you home sometimes, but it meant I meant nothing to you. She was so popular. Deborah, do you recall? Your house was very small, with wood chip on the wall. When I came round to call, you didn't notice me at all. And I said, let's all meet up in the year 2000. Won't it be strange when we're all fully grown? Be there 2 o'clock by the fountain down the road. I never knew that you'd get married. I would be living round here on my own. On that damp and lonely Thursday years ago. What are you doing Sunday, baby? Would you like to come and meet me, baby? You can't even bring your baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. What are you doing Sunday, baby? Would you like to come and meet me, baby? You can't even bring your baby. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Good work.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll turn my reverb off before you tell me off.
No, I won't tell you off. You better turn that bloody reverb off. Well,
Cheers.
well done, mate. Great.
Thank you.
So you're when it comes to your originals and stuff, do you have a favourite? Like when it comes to, do you prefer to do originals or covers? Or are you quite happy just sort of doing a good mix of both in general?
I enjoy both for different reasons, and I kind of got, maybe something you might be able to relate to I'm sure, kind of gigs where I'm booked as a covers act. And so don't really, I think for a lot of the gigs I'm booked for, want to hear a set of originals because they've booked me on the basis that I'll play covers. However, I think something I need to get better at is just dropping in a few of my own songs, and not being apologetic for that, and not, sort of just seamlessly building them in. Because I think that would allow me to, because I do, coming back to your question, I enjoy both, but what you'll hear me play live at gigs is kind of 90%, if not 95% covers.
See, I remember back in the day, for me, I mean, I totally can relate to that, because obviously when you are playing pubs, bars, clubs, some private events and stuff, they obviously are hiring you to entertain the audience. And obviously, yes, you might have a great catalogue of original songs, but if people don't necessarily know them, especially when they've had a few drinks and they want to hear classics and, pop covers and stuff. I've been, in a situation where I remember it was 50-50 for back in the day when I first started City of Lights. We'd have 50% originals and 50% covers, and we just mashed them all together. But we just basically played it with that much conviction. We were like, we're going to make you think that this is an original, a cover. And it's just a song that you're so like knocked down with the times, you just don't know it. I mean, some of them we didn't get away with, obviously, there were very early days of the songs, and they by no means stand up to some of the songs at that particular time. But nonetheless, we thought we're going to get away with this all day long. But it wasn't until more recently that we've just gone for the covers. We're just going to enjoy it for what it is and just play, like, because we've built this covers band, the wedding covers band, and it just does what it says on the tin, sort of thing. But I would definitely encourage you to drop in a few more originals into your set and stuff.
Cool.
Just because if nothing else, it just teaches you what works and what doesn't, and you also become a bit thicker skinned as well, because not everyone's going to like your songs, and that's not a dig. That's just the reality of it, and that's what I learned anyways. I think
even though I've only done it in a relatively small way, I think I've already got a sense of that from ones I have played, which go down better than others, and which can slot into that kind of, because I'm not. I suppose it's interesting with how you market yourself as well, because I am hoping to release. Well, I'm not hoping to. I will release more music, and it's kind of like if you've got this identity where you got your stuff on Spotify and you're kind of trying to plug that through your Facebook and Instagram. Yeah. But then if all people hear when they see the gigs is that they don't hear those songs, it's kind of you've got to sort of try and make the thing meet meet halfway somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree with that, and that's why we had to just cut it straight down the line. Like for a long time, City of Lights was technically just a band that would play anywhere and everywhere, and it was like we would play anything from Coldplay, Snow Patrol, and then the next Saturday we'd be playing a full set of originals, and that's it, you know, and that'd be a ticketed event. And then before we knew it, we were just like, we just need to cut it down the middle and know what it is. So City of Lights was always originals, and OK Alaska was always going to be covers, and that's kind of how we did it. But I know people that it does work for, you know, where they're able to have that divide within their brand. I mean, look at Boyce Avenue for a start. Like, I know they're obvious. I don't know them personally, by the way, but do you know what I mean? Like, they are a huge household name now. Lots of original material, but they're just renowned for doing amazing covers. So if you can build up a brand that way, then that'd be awesome.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, it's cool. I as long as, at the end of the day, as long as you get satisfaction from playing music, whether it's a cover or an original.
That's it, and it's good. It's a good position to be in. You know, I think, you know, am I going to focus on the originals or the covers? It's kind of nice to have that choice, really. That to know that I can be booked and go down well playing covers, and also that I'm starting to write originals that people are starting to like as well. It's a nice problem to have in some ways, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good, man. Jackson Lake said, "Don't give him a choice. Basically, just play what you want to play."
I was going to say, actually, I nearly mentioned him, Jackson. I've never met Jackson Lake, but I've saw him about before all this happened. Then I've seen him on your shows and stuff, and I say he's a good example of how to do that. Yeah,
he's great.
Yeah,
Jackson. Yeah.
And it's not overthinking it, because when I tune into Jackson again, I'll stop talking about Jackson soon. I'll be getting a big head, but it's not like I tune into shows and think, oh, what's he going to play? You know, is he going to play an all cover set, or is it going to be 50%? I just tune in and I just enjoy it because it's good stuff either way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can pay me later, Jackson.
Jackson said, "I'm sorry, but like when Jackson was on the show last time, he was talking about how to make it in the industry, and his story, basically he left his job. He just sacked off his job, and then I just had to chime in and just went, I just want to put a disclaimer out there and say that we're not trying to advocate for people to just quit their job and just go pursue music. You know, there has to be some thought behind it." And Amy chimed in going, Jackson said it, so it's not to do with me, Jackson's fault. Brilliant.
But no, Matt, I was going to say, I have, you know, discovered a number of artists through your show. Dylan as well, really liked his stuff.
Oh, great.
And so you're doing a great job with this. You've always been a man of many talents, but you've become this TV personality in the space of a few weeks. That might be overstating it slightly, but no,
I'll take it. You can't take it back. You've said it now.
It's great. And so I looked at the numbers, and next to this show it said 40. Is this number 40?
Yeah. 40 nights in a row.
You've done 40 nights of this.
Yeah. No breaks. 40 nights. Every night at 7. 40 nights now.
It's pretty amazing, really.
It's pretty good, isn't it? So I'm thinking about doing for the 100th. I'm going to do maybe a festival full day, and just have loads of artists on.
Yeah, good idea.
For a big 100th party, and try and monetize it a little bit in a way where that obviously all of the artists can benefit and make some money if possible. You know, I won't make anything off it unless I played. Maybe I'd just be one of the artists as well. I don't know, but I'm not in it for financial gain. I'm genuinely care about music, and I
can see that in the way you do it. So, yeah, definitely.
So, but yeah, it's good. Right. There was a few questions actually. Shall we have some questions, or do you want to play a song? What do you want to do?
So let's see what's in the questions.
So this was a question to both of us actually. Okay. So what other instruments can you play?
Shall I go first?
Go ahead.
I can play a little bit of various other instruments. I can play a little bit of piano. I've got one in the electric piano in the background here. A bit of bass.
That's the one instrument I wish I could play.
Yeah, I wish I was better on it. I play a bit of bass. I've played bass in bands before. I don't play a lot of it these days. And I can hammer out a basic beat on the drums. So that's what I've got in my armory. What about you, Matt?
Well, I can shred on the recorder. I'm only joking. I can't play the recorder for Toffee. My main instrument, obviously, is guitar. But I always wanted to be a drummer, so I'm okay on drums, but I've just never really played it properly. I played drums on my wedding. I put me, my dad, Dave, Joe, and Steve, all my brothers, put together a band, and we played a handful of songs together, and I was the drummer. I can't really class myself as a drummer. I could probably about the same, tap away at the drums. Bass is basically just a 4-string guitar. Anyone can play bass.
You'd be in trouble now. Yeah.
I know.
Carry on.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. I'm put myself in that awkward position, haven't I now? Oh, oops. That's it. I wish I could play piano. The only type of piano I could play is MIDI, where I basically play it in really badly and then just quantize it.
Still counts.
It's so bad. Like it's just like it's like I play like this. Instead of like, the whole, I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, that's about as far as it goes with me. That was Darren.
Oh, it's Darren. Hello, Darren. Good question, Darren.
And let's have a look. Let's quickly choose. We'll go. I started reading the question mid-sentence then. When choosing covers, how do you choose for you or others? Sorry, how do you choose for you or others? Does that make sense?
So how do you choose? Is it for you or others? I think it's...
right, yeah, I see, yeah. My bad.
Yeah. I guess it's, again, it's a mixture really, depending on... There's some covers that are on... I've got a long list of songs that, again, you might be saying, Matt, that I really want to learn that I haven't quite got to. And a lot of those are ones that just songs that I really love and think I could do a decent job of playing. And I guess I'm aware of my guitar style. I've been playing guitar a long time, but I always kind of do simplified chord versions of songs. So I kind of listen to stuff on the radio and think, could I adapt that into my style? So that kind of influences it. I think, again, coming back to what I was saying before, I'm conscious that a lot of the gigs I play at pubs, parties, weddings. So it's kind of trying to keep the list relevant to what a good cross section of... You can't generalize too much, but you to some extent you can kind of guess at what sort of age groups and things are going to be in that room. So you try and learn stuff that's going to be there. Something I need to improve on in terms of covers is just the more modern stuff, because sometimes when I put myself out, I say, covers across the decades from 1960s to the present. If I look at what I can play that's come out in the last couple of years, it's not a lot. Maybe like a couple of Justin Bieber songs and a Ed Sheeran song. So I need to strengthen a bit on that front, I think. Yeah,
I'm probably similar, mate. I choose. I'm a bit selfish, really. I choose more for me than I do the audience, and also I choose more for like I know where my vocal range lies. So like, when someone asks me to play a song, if I know I can't sing it, I just won't even try. Like if someone says play Bruno Mars, there isn't a chance in hell I'm singing Bruno Mars. No bloody way. I mean, there are some out there that I just wish that I could do, but I know my limits. So I suppose I could do a rendition of it, but that's not what people are after, really.
Yeah, knowing your limits is a good point, I think.
Yeah, but also, obviously, more so recently, I'm playing more songs that I want to play, and kind of trying to push the boundary a little bit in genres and stuff. Like I learnt a new Post Malone song, and I would never normally learn a Post Malone song, but I'm a big fan of him, and I just thought I'm going to learn one of his songs, and then. More Foo Fighters. I love Foo Fighters. I like singing Dave Grohl.
Yeah, Foo Fighters are good. Again, I think they're a good kind of crossover band, aren't they? So if you play that, rock fans will appreciate it. But they've got that mainstream crossover as well. So I hear what you're saying. It's stuff that you like singing, but also would have that appeal to most audiences, wouldn't it, as well? Yeah, man. Definitely. Right, I think we should hear another tune from you. Yep. Okay. All right. Don't forget your reverb. Oh yeah, thank you. Reverb's on. Brilliant. Hopefully. Right. Shall I take it? Yeah. You take it away, dude. I'll take it away. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I been talking about doing some of my own stuff and trying to do a bit more of that. So I thought I'd better play one of my own. So I did a version of this with Matt actually did a live lounge video version of this a few months back. This is a song called "Save Your Heartbreak." prove I was happy. It broke my heart as the words fell on this page. So take this from me, it's not a choice, I can't avoid it. My friend, please stay with me, I want this to be heard. So be it one or change this tune. Find out the truth, or the truth may come to you. Bridge that promise you make to yourself. I can't help you if I can't help myself. So save your heartbreak for someone who cares. They say fortune favors the brave or he who dares. Save your heartbreak, it's only yours to share. But I confess I can't contain the loss when you're not there. Some things feel right and that can give you hope to see. But every road I go down, there's nothing there for me. Strike a match, light a switch for me to heal. I can only get so far and it breaks, that's how I feel. I wish that I could just be like you. Maybe you would all like me just the same. I'll keep that promise, but I made it in haste. So far, so bad, there's only chances that I waste. So save your heartbreak for someone who cares. They say fortune favors the brave or she who dares. Save your heartbreak, it's only yours to share. But I confess I can't contain the loss when you're not there. Save your heartbreak for someone who cares. They say fortune favors the brave or he who dares. Save your heartbreak, it's only yours to share. But I confess I can't contain the loss when you're not there.
Nice work, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
I love that. I can't help but sing the harmony as well. After hearing the full band version, I love it. Because you had the you came in and you did a session solo. That was the first time that we saw work together, and then you booked in with you put together a bit of a band, and they turned out great. I'm really happy with how they turned out.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, I came in on my own, I think just before Christmas, and then with the band after Christmas. Yeah, I did that as a 3-piece with the percussionist and Sarah on the backing vocals. So I really enjoyed that.
It worked really well. The guy playing the cajon,
Phil.
He did great. He did a great job. I mean, everyone played their part and knew their parts and did a really good job overall anyways, but I just felt like he really kind of helped drive the song and just did a really good job of the percussion. He did a really good job.
He did, didn't he? He brought, 'cause I thought he was just playing cajon, and he brought other stuff in, didn't he? A
Cymbal, and he had a beater on the side of the cajon.
Yeah,
Tambourine on his foot.
Little workstation, didn't he? And just got on with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Phil and Sarah are both in, or some other bands. Phil's in a band, plays drums in a band called Mush, who are really good. And Sarah sings in a band called State of Georgia. So cheeky plug for them. Good
nice,
bands.
that's
Very
good.
Bands.
That's what this is about. Just trying to showcase as many people as possible. So that's great. So, any plans to do that as a thing, or was there any plans to do that got maybe ground to the halt, or is that not sort of?
Well, I think I talked to you a bit about this at the time, and you suggested, gave it that name, didn't it, on the video, Dave Prater and the Wild Cards, which was the name I came up with.
That's right.
And so Dave Prater and the wild cards might become a thing in the future, I think.
Definitely.
And I think if I do my own, I like the idea of doing my own material with a band.
Yeah.
Perhaps more than applying that to the covers. So maybe that might be the direction it goes in.
Well, just give you that. I think that could be the separation that you need. You know, when you're playing your solo stuff, that'll be primarily, you know, covers with the odd original slotted in. But then, if you can get the Wildcards brand on point, then that could be the sort of the thing that separates the two. That's cool, though. I like if you get a second, guys. If you are, if you're interested, please go. I can't remember. Is it on my channel now or is it on yours?
It's on your channel, yeah.
Because we did 3 songs. We've actually done 6 songs in total, but that one in particular, if you just search on this channel, Dave Prater and the Wildcards, you'll find that song with the percussion and the backing vocals. It's really good. It's definitely worth a watch.
Cheers, Matt.
So we had a question from Imi. She asked, "How did you get into music?" In general.
I think I was in a musical household. My sister played piano, so that was an early influence. And I think probably for me personally was about 15 or 16. Started playing acoustic guitar, and it was bands like the 90s bands like Oasis and the Britpop stuff and a bit of the grunge stuff and Green Day, and that they were the bands that wanted me to start, made me want to start playing the guitar. So yeah, that's what I did. Picked up guitar and started strumming and taught myself a few chords. And yeah, just so that's how I first got into it, really. And since then, I've been in all kinds of different bands, playing originals and covers, and met lots of other people, which I guess has guided me from this. I've been in some bands that were a bit heavier, and other ones which were a bit more, stripped back. But yeah, it was that kind of era that really like turned me on to music, I guess.
I was going to say, did you do like more, like the more heavier stuff back then? Because I think everyone wanted to just be as loud and as fast as they possibly could be.
Yeah, definitely screamed away in the garage bit. You're butchering some Nirvana songs. Yeah,
brilliant. I love it. So, and then what turned you more into the sort of acoustic vibe? Like, is that a chapter later on?
Yeah. So that's it's only within the past sort of, probably going back a little to sort of 2013, 2014. I joined, formed a covers band with an old friend of mine, 3-piece covers band. So we set out with playing weddings and parties, and did that for a couple of years. And then for various reasons, it was just time for me to go and do my own thing. So still on really good terms with those guys. And another cheeky plug, that band's called Victoria Shakes. They're a really good covers band.
Nice.
So yeah, and I had a bit of time off from it after that, and then thought about what I wanted to do, and picked up guitar again and thought I could have a go at this myself. And that's probably around about the time I met you, Matt, up at the open mic at the Forge and all that.
Oh yeah.
So at that point, I've been playing for years and years, but also at the same time, weirdly feeling like I was starting to learn all over again. Because that first time, couple of times when you get up, so in my head I thought, oh well, I've played in bands for years, so it's just doing the same thing, and then getting up there and thinking, I'm really exposed here. So yeah, it's like starting all over again.
It definitely is daunting, I feel. For anyone that's wanting to pursue a solo, like just perform solo, they have to brace themselves for the fear of you're alone up there. But it gets easier, doesn't it? Like,
oh yeah,
it becomes second nature. You don't even think about it anymore. I bet, and that
I
just
quite enjoy
through.
that. I quite enjoy that element of it now, if anything.
Yeah, it just comes with time, and
yeah, definitely.
Just I can't even think of the word. Patience, I guess, because obviously you can't assume that it's just going to be exactly the way it was when you were playing with 3 other people or 2 other people.
Yeah,
it's not. It's going to feel different. It's going to be a little bit daunting, but that's awesome that you jumped into it and you're totally ran with it. There's a question saying, who's your favourite guitarist?
My favourite guitarist of all time is probably Graham Coxon from Blur. I think he's a fantastic guitarist. He's partly it sounds a bit of a cliche, partly because he knows when not to play, and he's really sort of understated guitarist. He can play as as impressive like a solo as anyone, but he's just always plays what the song needs, and I always respect that in a guitarist. So yeah, absolutely. Probably Graham Cox. I'd never even really thought about that, to be honest, until the question's asked. But yeah. That's my answer.
That was a quick answer, but it's good that I don't really like. I don't know any. It's hard for me to sort of pinpoint who I like best. I think I like songs more than musicians. Like I think if you were to take away the person that plays that instrument, I don't know if that makes any sense, to be fair, because obviously they've shaped it into sounding the way it is. I don't know. I just don't know enough about music, mate.
You're doing all right.
Jackson said that he finds it so much easier than being in a band as well. He agrees with you. Doing the solo thing.
Yeah, that's it as well. And I think it's not the only. There's various reasons why it works for me, and also just fitting it in around other jobs and other stuff in my life. It's just a better place to be. But don't get me wrong. There are times when I miss it. When I miss that feeling of the buzz of being in a loud band. We were really, really doing it well.
Yeah, man. I'm really sorry. I've just been distracted by Michael's comment. I'm going to read it just for the laugh.
Well, what's he said?
He said, my question to Dave is it fair that Matt keeps disqualifying me from being the first in the comments?
I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved in that one,
and
Mike.
I really regret getting involved, to be fair. Like, I only chimed in with it because obviously I see people arguing in the comments. So I thought, I'll just...
I did see, because you sent the link round for this yesterday in advance, and I saw Amy had already put a comment in. So is that what that was? That's what this is about?
No,
right?
Amy thought she'd be a smart ass and try beat the system this time, but it was the night before. It's because usually I go, someone's really early tonight, and it's about 15-20 minutes early, and that's really good. I'm buzzing for someone to be sat waiting patiently. But it wasn't until Michael sort of did it. I was like, hang on a minute, you have not been sat there for 45 minutes waiting for this show to happen. And he was like, you're right, I haven't. I was like, well, you're disqualified. And he's done it again today. So anyway, it's going to become an ongoing thing, I guess. Nonetheless, it's a bit of a laugh, isn't it? So would you like to play another song? This one involves a little bit of setup, which is no big deal at all. But yeah,
so I'm going to lose you, aren't I?
That's fine, and then obviously when you come back, we can continue the conversation and round things off and whatnot. As you know, I say it every single night. I'm really trying my best not to run over. I want to try be strict on the time, sort of thing.
Okay.
Not mega strict, but do you know what I mean? Like some of the times I'd be running over like 15 minutes. Anyway, I'll let you change over and do what you need to do. I'll just.
Will you stay on the screen a minute and give me a wave if it's anything's?
Of course, mate. I'll be here. Don't you worry.
All right, cool.
So, yeah, Amy tried to cheat the system as well. It's just not on, is it?
Take it that's working.
Yeah, man, that's working.
Sorry if I've interrupted you there, Matt. I can see you talking, but I can't hear what you're saying.
It's fine.
I'll go for it. Right, okay, so this is follows on nicely from some of those questions, actually. So about playing on my own as an acoustic act, but I am trying to expand a little bit. So I've got using a drum machine and a vocal harmonizer on this one. And it's my last song, so I'll either go out in a blaze of glory or it'll go out another way, but we'll see. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he So I came to see him, listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I felt all flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he found my letters, read each one out loud. I prayed that he would vanish, but he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers. One time, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Whoa. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
Yes, mate. Well done. He can't hear me, which is I'm gonna make me full screen. That was amazing. Well done.
Hello.
He's back. Can you hear me?
I'm back, yeah.
Yes.
I
Well
can
done,
hear
mate.
you. Thank you.
Good work.
Cheers.
I love the harmony pedal, mate. Really works.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm still getting used to it. There was a few places there where it was, it's still turned on when I meant to turn it off, but
That's all right. I didn't.
you learn with these
man.
things.
Absolutely. Is it one that tunes to your guitar, or do you have to program everything in?
Yeah, you plug your guitar in and it knows, it figures out what key it's in and all that. Yeah,
That just must be so much easier.
it is. Yeah, I know some of the other ones you have to manually.
I've got a
set it up and
V20 and
stuff.
I have to faff about working out keys, and when you have zero theory knowledge about what key stuff's in, it makes for a long process when I'm going, yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I wouldn't be good with that. No.
So it takes a long time. But I think I'm going to treat myself to one of those, and maybe even a loop pedal as well. We'll see.
Yeah, good call.
But yeah, I love it. Good work.
Cheers, mate.
Any final words? Anything you want to sort of say, or sort of wrap the show up with?
Not just thanks for having me, really. And yeah, it would be great having established I'm not that good at some of the self-promotion aspects. If anyone wants to check me out on Spotify or on the links that you've kindly posted along the bottom, just like magic,
Boom.
that would be fantastic. Obviously, I haven't seen all the comments. I saw a few flash up with people saying nice things. So just to say thank you for that as well. That really means a lot when people give you those kind words. So thank you for that. Good. And just thanks for everything, Matt. Thanks for everything you're doing. Thanks on behalf. I can't speak for the whole music community, but I will anyway. Thanks on behalf of the whole music community for everything you're doing.
The whole
of the world music community. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, man. I think you're the president of the whole music community. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
No, thanks, man. Thank you for joining us. Will people find the Spotify links on your Facebook and on your Instagram? Have you got quick links and stuff on there?
Yeah, it'll be on there.
Brilliant. Oh, nice one. I definitely encourage you to check that out. And also, if you get a second, check out Dave Prater and the Wildcards, the video that we did on my channel. I'm sure that's on yours as well.
It might be. That will be on Spotify as well, because I was that happy with the video we did, and the audio you did. That is going to be on Spotify eventually. It's just not quite as a live session, but it's not quite on there yet. Oh,
that'd be great, man. Definitely. Very well done. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, mate. I massively appreciate it, and thank you for continuing to support the channel as well. I see you chiming in the comments every now and then. It means a lot, man. So thank you very much for that. You take care of yourselves and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, man.
See you later.
Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and supporting the channel yet again. Thanks to Dave, who was absolutely awesome tonight. If you guys haven't yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Dave for president. Good night, guys. Take care.